everyone! So today I'm going to be filming my Miscellaneous Bratz collection. So this is going to be broken down into two parts because I have quite a few of them. I love all these Bratz dolls very much. Some of the characters are ones I grew up with, and some of them are ones that I didn't even know existed until I got into collecting Bratz as an adult.
They became like iconic characters.
I have pictures of all of them on my Flickr. I have a Miscellaneous Bratz album on my Flickr. If you want to use these videos to identify any dolls, I recommend looking at my pictures. So without further ado, I'm going to introduce you to my dollies. So this is a quick pan. And I'm going to be stopping right at Raya, but that's going to be the second half. Over here we have my three Nevra dolls. I thought Nevra was a really cool character as a kid because she has this olive skin tone. So this is my childhood doll. There is quite the story behind her. She was a surprise Christmas gift for 2003. So did you pick this out or did Dad?
Dad did, but it wasn't such a surprise, was it? Because isn't that when he went in the trunk?
Yes. So what ended up happening is Dad asked me to get something out of the car trunk, and I went in there, opened it up. It was at night. When the trunk light came on, I saw this big Super Styling Runway Disco box. I freaked out. I closed the trunk really quickly, because I never expected Dad to get me such an expensive playset.
I can't believe he got me that.
I know, and it wasn't something that was on my wish list. So
didn't Dad make a habit of this, accidentally sending you to the trunk?
Yeah. The year before I found my Hello Kitty comforter in there. So I played with her a lot, and her name was Nevada growing up. I still call her that, and she got played with all the time. And then her little buddy over here is also a Formal Funk Nevra doll. We named her Arizona. She is from a Craigslist lot. I got her in the fall of 2011 from Craigslist 2. It was this little girl's lot of Bratz dolls that she no longer played with, that her grandparents were selling off. I mean, she wasn't little anymore, but they're really special to me for that reason because I could tell how loved they were, and they remind me a lot of my own childhood dolls for that reason. So she's really special, and yes, I did pierce her back when I first got into collecting. I don't do that anymore, but when I went through a little customizing kick, but I actually think it looks cute on her. Wildlife Safari Nevra. Her name is Dakota. She is also a childhood doll of mine. And I actually would say I have the strongest memory of when I got this doll. So my dad and I went out to Walmart to get a grill for him, and he left me in the toy aisle by myself. I don't know where Colleen was that day. And I fell in love with the Wildlife Safari dolls. They were brand new, and when he came back in the aisle, he said that I could get her. And I remember holding her box and walking around while he looked at grills and looking at her, and then I remember opening her up in the car, and she was my first Bratz doll with earrings, because back then not all of them had earrings. Twins, Phoebe dolls, and Roxy. So I got all of my Phoebes, my original Phoebes with Roxy. So I got this one from Bratz Guy Bin of 2011. This guy at the flea market sold a bunch of really grubby, mangled Bratz dolls for $1 each, and I ended up getting the whole bin later on, months later. But when I first saw the lot, I spotted Phoebe and Roxy, and I knew that they were the original twins, and I'd always wanted them growing up. I was a huge fan of sister sets, and they were the Bratz version of Mary-Kate and Ashley. So I picked out this Phoebe and Roxy, who you'll meet in a few minutes, and they were really, really special to me. And then not long after, I got this girl from Craigslist 1, which was a big lot of Bratz dolls that my dad got me on Craigslist that had over 70 Bratz dolls. It made my collection what it is today, and she is in a lot nicer shape. It is my newest one. I got her in the fall of 2015 with my Flashback Fever retro ride, and I didn't need another Phoebe and Roxy, but they were perfect. They were not played with. Yeah, I couldn't believe it. Campfire Phoebe. She is one of my oldest adult Bratz dolls. I got her the second week I ever went secondhand shopping for dolls at my local flea market, if I'm not mistaken. I got her in a little bag with my Funk Out Jade for $4, and I thought it was so cool when I found out she was Campfire Phoebe. She has cut hair. It's a lot shorter than it should be, and Dad used to call her the Skanky Santa Bratz doll. I'll never forget the day I dressed her in this outfit, and he was like, "Who is that Skanky Santa?"
Naughty Santa.
Rated, yeah, Naughty Santa, something like that. I don't know. It was really funny, so whenever I look at her, I think of Naughty Santa. And she's so pretty. I think she's the prettiest Phoebe doll I have. Then we have my three eye candy Phoebes. I got her
They all actually have their real clothes.
Yes, they do. I got her and her outfit from Craigslist 1. I had another one that I got in the same lot. It was a duplicate in the lot, but I've mentioned this in a few of my other collection videos. I went through a really bad customizing phase, which I really regret. It wasn't for me. I'm not cut out for it. I sucked at it, and I'm about like making dolls look their best and not like necessarily altering them. I'm really glad that I still have her, and she will always mean a lot to me. I really wanted this line as a kid. I remember when it came out. So then we have this girl who I got naked for 50 cents. I really took pity on her. She appeared in one of my episodes of Dolly Diaries. So we were at this consignment store, charity store. It's a chain, and Colleen and I went to a second location, and we thought like it would be a really good place because we find dolls at the other location all the time that are like really cheap. But the dolls were super expensive. Like some of them were like $10, like in horrible shape. But she was $2 and wearing her whole outfit and didn't even look played with, and I was so offended on Phoebe's behalf that I had to bring her home.
We just rescued her.
So I just brought her home, and I kind of call her Ivy, like the name of the one I customized, because she looks just like her from what I remember. And then we have my Hollywood style Phoebe. I got her from Craigslist one. She's really cool looking. I love her. Back to school Phoebe. She's from Craigslist one with this Phoebe. I actually had gotten some of her clothes in Bratz Guy bin, so I really wanted this doll. So when she turned up in Craigslist one, I was like so beyond excited, and she's super cute. And softball Phoebe, I got her at the Salvation Army not all that long ago. She's in one of my more recent videos, and she had her whole outfit but her shoes. I was so excited because softball Phoebe's always been one of my favorite sports dolls. I don't know what it is about her, but I'm obsessed.
She's captivating.
Yeah, and I have the baby's fashion pack version of this, and I just made me lust for her even more. My 10-10-10 Phoebe. So these dolls are probably my favorite set of Phoebe and Roxy's. They mean the most to me. So the last year that my dad was alive, in the fall of 2011, I saw this set go on sale at Walmart for like $10, and I really wanted it because I wanted to have a newer version of Phoebe and Roxy because I never got the chance to buy them at the store as a kid. We were really, really hard up on money at the time. My dad was sick. Him crying at the register because he couldn't buy me this set of dolls. His priorities. And I was like, don't worry, Dad. Don't worry. Don't feel bad. And he ended up selling his boat not long after, and we ended up going back to Walmart, and he said he'd buy me the dolls, and it turns out that they had been marked down to $7. So not only did I get Phoebe and Roxy, but he also let me get my 10-10-10 Party Yasmin doll. So these dolls are really, really special to me. And the next night was actually the night I got Craigslist one. Action Heroes Phoebe, who is tall, as you can see. I never saw these Action Hero Phoebe and Roxy dolls at Target, so I had to get mine online because I was really excited that they made tall versions of them. So pretty. I especially love like their makeup and the streaks in their hair. They're gorgeous, and I think they look super cute on these tall bodies. The Action Heroes line was one of my favorites. So then we have my Roxys, which I'll be brief about some of them because obviously I got these with a lot of my Phoebes. This is Bratz Guy Roxy. This is Craigslist 1 Roxy. This is Flashback Fever Lot Roxy. And then we have my Kickin' Karate Roxy, who is also from Craigslist 1. And I remember she was one of the first dolls I saw when we went to look at those Bratz. At the woman's house. She was like right at the top, and I recognized her, and I was so happy because I love these early sports dolls, and she's gorgeous. And then of course there's my 2010 Roxy, who I got with Phoebe. And then of course there's Action Heroes Roxy, who I got at the same time. And in case you're wondering, I have a guinea pig named Roxy, who I named after Bratz Roxy. My Fionas, I have probably my most special Fiona in my collection besides maybe my tennis Fiona, and that's because she was my childhood doll. My dad let me get her for my 12th birthday. She was from Kmart. We picked out the Style and Salon and Spa. I was just over the moon, and I played with that spa so much. I used like all the makeup on my Mary-Kate and Ashley dolls. I have so many good memories with her, and I'm actually really surprised that she's in such nice shape considering how much I played with her. And then we have the other version of Spa Fiona. So she came with the pink spa, and then she came with the yellow spa, which was the later release. So I got her from Craigslist number 1. The story with the yellow spa is that for Christmas 2003, my dad got my second cousin the yellow Bratz spa because it was on a really good sale. And I remember being so angry with him for doing that. Now, I was not the sort of kid that like needed to be a special snowflake and I needed to have possession of all all of the Bratz dolls or anything. I only ever made a stink about this sort of thing twice in my life. Once with one of our generation horses was over the yellow spa version of Fiona, because Bratz were me and my dad's thing when my mom passed away, and I was really upset with him for like buying her like almost the same spa that he had gotten me for my birthday. I was really mad, and it really hurt my feelings, and Colleen was totally on my side because she understood, and I wasn't like that usually. So having her satiated that desire in me as my inner 12-year-old who was really upset about that. Then we have my wildlife safari Fiona. I got her as an adult. She was from Bratz Guy Bandit. She was one of the dolls that I got later on, and I found pieces of her outfit. I was so excited because I always loved the wildlife safari line, and she's a Fiona. Then we have Tokyo A Go-Go Fiona. I also got her from Craigslist 1, and the Tokyo A Go-Go dolls were one of the reasons I wanted to look at the lot in the first place. Flashback Fever Fionas. This one I got for 50 cents naked. I think she was my second Fiona in my collection, but I don't really know for sure.
I think she was, yeah.
And I got her at a big outdoor flea market, and I thought she was a Yasmin doll when I bought her, but then I realized her mole was in the wrong place, and when I found out she was from the Flashback Fever line, I thought that that was awesome. She was my first Flashback Fever doll. And then I liked her so much that I got her with my Treasure Sasha and Tokyo A Go-Go Sasha and one of my Funk Out Yasmin dolls from eBay from this woman that was selling her childhood Bratz in like individual lots. So I thought I'd get her because she was so perfect and she had like both her outfits. My Nighty Night Fiona, I got her at Savers sometime in 2014 or 2013, and I already had her outfit, so when I saw her in the bag I was like so excited, so I had to bring her home, and she was in pretty bad shape. This is Tennis Fiona. That's Oliver's tail.
He's licking my finger.
This is not the time for love. Her nickname is Bean Fiona.
Because I found a bean in her hair when I was washing it.
Yeah, kidney bean, which is totally disgusting. I got her with my slumber party Chloe back in the summer of 2011 at a flea market, and she was wearing this like slumber party Megan robe, but I knew she wasn't a slumber party doll, and again I thought she was a Yasmin doll. Midnight Dance Fiona, I got her boxed at the flea market in 2015 or 2014. I think it was 2014. I like saw her, I like almost walked right by her, and then Colleen pointed her out, and I love this line. It's one of my favorites. I love these like gothy looking Bratz dolls, so she was really cool to get boxed. Then we have Mean Fiona, aka Dance Fiona. I got her in this random lot of Bratz that I got with a Magic Snow Jackson, and on Father's Day 2012, when my dad's best friend took me and Colleen out to this huge outdoor flea market, and it was really nice of him. He was always like an uncle to us, and when I look at this doll, I remember that day. And the reason why she's called Mean Fiona is because every doll that sits near her on display always falls off the shelf, so we have this joke that she's mean and she doesn't like other dolls that are prettier than her. Then we have Hot Summer Days Fiona. You could also find this doll packaged as Sun-Kissed Summer. Now the reason why I think mine's actually the later release is because she has the 2010 ELE stamp on her back, and usually that number indicates like the year that, I'm not really sure 100% if that's what it means, but I've just noticed that pattern in my collection. I got her at the flea market in 2014, and when I bought her I didn't realize that she had a bunch of chunks of hair cut out from the back, so this blonde over here is actually stuff that I rerouted. I didn't have any brown. My Magic Hair Color Fiona, she might look familiar if you watch my transformations. She's from the $5 Bin Bonanza. We call her Stinky Fiona because she smells like an ashtray still and BO, but I was really excited when I realized that I had her outfit because all of the variations I saw online had the long skirt. So after having a conversation with someone on Flickr, I realized, oh wait, I have her outfit. So that was really cool, and she needed a lot of work because her hair was super damaged. Then we have Strutted Fionna from 2012. I got her on sale at Target, and I was so excited when I realized that they had brought Fiona back for the newer Bratz lines, and she's so pretty. She's one of my favorite dolls from this line. And then of course there's Totally Polished Fifi, who I got on sale at Target as well later on. I think she's one of the prettiest doll rats for sure. Like, she was one of the dolls that kind of made me start to think that maybe they were pretty and not weird because of their long spaghetti legs. Sheridan dolls, I have 3. So this is Forever Diamonds Sheridan. This is Bratz the Movie Sheridan, and this is Glowing Unicorn Sheridan, who is just a repackaged version of this doll. Now, Sheridan means a lot to me because I found like Sheridan dolls randomly when I first got back into collecting dolls, and she reminds me a lot of my dad for that reason, because I just happen to have really good like strange Sheridan look. So I found her the day I got my Sorrel and Keelan dolls. It was in the spring of 2012. She had been put out at Toys R Us. She was in a banged up box, and she was like, I think $7. I guess they found her in the back room. That happens sometimes. And I was like ecstatic to find an out-of-date Bratz doll. And I remember when I went to visit my dad later on at the like hospital, I told him about how I found her, and he was really excited for me. And then we have Movie Sheridan. This doll has like a really long story. My Walmart had this doll out in the clearance section in 2011. She again was like an out-of-date doll that had been forgotten about in the back room. Her box had cracks in it, and like everything was floating around on the inside. And I remember seeing her, and I was really excited, but she was like $25 on clearance, which was really expensive. So my dad offered to buy me her, and I was like, no. I felt bad with him spending so much money on me. So I didn't get her, and I always regretted it, and she disappeared from the clearance section, so I just assumed someone bought her. Then 2 years later, almost exactly to the day, I found her in the Walmart clearance section at the front of the store. I saw the side of her box, pulled it out, and I couldn't believe my eyes when I saw her. And I know it was her because I had printed a price tag that day, and the date was like September something, 2011, and I saw the price tag on the box still, and it just brought me back to that moment with Dad, and by then he had passed away. So she's just a really good representation of how like every doll has a story, and it's probably my favorite Sheridan doll for that reason. And then the reason why I have Glowing Unicorn Sheridan is because Big Lots was selling these leftover movie dolls and Fashion Pixies horses, and so I thought, well, why should Dad spend like the money on her when I could get one that comes with a horse? So that's why I have her. We made a special trip to Big Lots, and I think she might have been the last doll I got in the store with my dad, either her or my Black Friday Megan, and I painted her pants to have these like cool designs. This is Race Car Driving Katja. I got her on Craigslist. She was from Craigslist 3. It was this lot of mostly boxed Bratz dolls, and I remember the guy who sold me her said that she was his favorite because he liked cars and she looks like a NASCAR driver, and she was my first Katja. And my second Katja was actually Scuba Diving Katja. I got her on Father's Day 2012 with Dance Fionna. She was in that lot, and I thought she was so pretty. And then we have my Hollywood Style Katja, who I got last year at the beginning of the flea market season in 2016. I found her box at the flea market. I was so excited to find the boxed Bratz doll, especially like Hollywood Style Katja. So then we have my two Leah dolls, or Leah. I think MGA calls it Leah, but I've always called her Leah. Sleepover Leah from 2007. I got her for, I want to say 50 cents, so less than $1. She was in this box of tools with my fashion designer Chloe, completely naked. Their hair was all trashed. They smelled like cigarettes, and I just had to rescue them. Her body was like yellow because of the nicotine damage. I did all kinds of things to make her smell good. I like flat ironed her hair because it was so damaged, and I don't usually have to do that with Saran. I put so much work into this doll, and I happened to already have her outfit. I got it in Craigslist 1. I ended up having to get her a body donor because it was just so gross and discolored, but I've put so much work into her. She's one of my favorites, and this is like her second or third pair of earrings. So I bought this magic hair Leah inside a flea market in 2013. We got her the same day as my sister's Hollywood hair Ken doll named Caleb.
Oh,
she was wearing fashion designer Chloe's outfit, and I thought it was her outfit. So when I brought her home, and I realized, that's ironic, because I got fashion designer Chloe with her. So I realized I had mated one of my old dolls with her outfit, and I got this cool magic hair doll. I love Bratz Collector's Edition Tokyo, Japan Kumi doll. I got her from one of the regular sellers at the flea market. Actually, the one I got my first secondhand Disney doll as an adult from, my Real Riding Con Mulan. So she was a really great find. I remember seeing these in stores when I was a kid. And then this was my first Kumi doll. I got her in 2013, also at my local flea market. She's Ooh La La Paris Kumi. She's so cute. Then we have my two Vanessas. This is Forever Diamonds Vanessa, the fashion design kit one. I got her on eBay, actually. I bought a lot of Moxie Girls in 2014, and she was one of the Bratz dolls in the lot too, and she was actually the oldest doll in the lot and the least complete, but I was so excited. Like, I think she's the prettiest Vanessa doll ever. She's gorgeous. And then we have Tennis Vanessa. So I saw her for like a year at the flea market, like an entire season, but she was really overpriced and I was just not having it. I wasn't going to pay like $4 for her, but when she got marked down to like 2 or 3, I ended up just buying her because it was painful seeing her every week and not being able to buy her and knowing she was like Vanessa. That was really hard. My Raya dolls. I call her Raya, but I'm pretty sure it said Raya based on what people have told me. Just how long my name is, Raya. And I also got Study Abroad Raya at the same time. These 3, I got them from Toys R Us's website in the fall of 2015 and in the winter of 2016 because they ran sales on these dolls. So these 2 were 50% off and I got them in the fall. And I especially wanted this Raya because look at her cheeseburger shoes. I mean, I'm a vegetarian and I was repulsed by cheeseburgers my entire life, even before I went vegetarian.
I love cheeseburgers.
But Colleen loves cheeseburgers. So I just thought this doll reminded me of her, and that's why she has these massive Sculpey clay cheeseburger earrings. And I know they're huge, like they look like huge Whoppers or something on her ears. But I have a lot of fun making my dolls stupid earrings. And like I said, I got her at the same time. And then I got her in the winter. I was really excited to get this Raya doll because she came with 2 outfits and she has these really cool bumblebee shoes and that's what inspired her earrings because they look like little bumblebees to me. And then we have Music Festival Vibes Raya, who I got at Walmart for half off. She's like $11. I got her last year. She's in one of my haul videos on this channel, one of my first ones. So thank you guys all so much for watching. This is just part 1 of my Miscellaneous Bratz. Stay tuned for part 2. If you want to see pictures of these dolls or if you want to read information about them, I'll link my Flickr account down below. And until next time, love your dolls, love yourself, and love your life.